recordings, so stay locked in and keep it tuned to House Calls with TNT, where music culture and talk radio meet.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to House Calls with TNT, where music culture and talk radio meet. I am Tawanda.
I'm DJ Tony Gray.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
We are here to bring you all things music industry related, whether it's on the scene or behind the scenes. We will be talking to DJs, artists, promoters, entrepreneurs, all music industry related people.
And beyond.
And beyond. But before we jump into the show, let me give you the 411 on who we are. We are Mr. and Mrs. House Therapy. You can find DJ Tony Gray on multiple platforms. I am the wife-inger. I am the wife, the manager, the promoter. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the talent.
She would like to think so.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or you can just Google us. All right, guys, it's time for the Smash Up. And y'all know the Smash Up is where I get to spin my wheel of tunes. And whatever two songs that I get, DJ Tony Gray has to smash them together.
Whatever.
You know you excited. I put some easy stuff on this one, so I'm
Whatever.
just saying. I think you know.
Okay.
All right. So let me get over here and spin the wheel. Let me go over here and spin the wheel. All right, so the first one is Break My Soul, Beyonce. See, told you. I had some easy ones on here.
Yeah.
So I know that one should be like right there in one of them folders there. All right, got it?
Yeah.
All right, time for me to spin this wheel again. Oh, I don't know about this one. Okay, this one's called Congo Madness. Congo Madness.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and get that queued up. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I got it.
All right. We waiting on you. We want to see what you're going to do, DJ Tony Gray.
All right.
Let's go. Break My Soul and Congo Madness. What you got? it's time for the topic of the day. And the topic today, what we'll be talking about.
What you talking about, Willis?
What we'll be talking about today is Willis is the underdog. And what I mean by that is just either like an artist or a DJ or a track, and that's I would say is underrated. There's a lot of music that we get to hear, and there are a lot of songs and artists and DJs that we get to experience. And some of them, don't get the airplay or the time that they deserve. And there's some nice, hot music out there that I guess they don't get the airplay as whatever the hottest track is. So, for example, of course, we all know Lady Alma has Let It Rain.
It's Let It Fall.
Let It Fall, Let It Rain.
Let It Fall.
It's all the same to me.
No.
Rain. It's not the same, babe. Fall, rain. But she also has another track that I love to listen to. What's the name of that one, babe?
Run for Nothing.
Run for Nothing. So that's one that probably doesn't get as much airplay as Let It Fall, but it's an amazing track. So that's one example of what I mean when I say, the quote unquote underdog or whatever.
Yeah, it's a hot track.
It's a nice track.
I play it.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of get hooked on a lot of stuff that you do play. I get to hear different stuff because you always play stuff that's not maybe on the charts or something different.
Yeah, I actually have it queued up if you want to hear it.
Yeah, let me hear a little bit of it. Yes. See, I like that. And I love the fact that she, her lyrics, if you would just listen to the words that she's saying, like she's ministering as well.
Definitely.
In all her songs.
Definitely.
Like it's definitely ministry when she's on the stage. So I can't wait to see her.
We already got our tickets.
Yay!
We already got our tickets.
Yay! But yeah, there's a lot of good music, a lot of house music out there, guys. So I know everybody, your ear is used to hearing just what the DJ gives you and just what he plays for you. But please explore either that artist or that DJ or whoever. Just reach out, in the world and find new songs, new tracks, or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with the hot stuff. Listen, I get it. But when you hear it all the time, you fall in love with it. But there's so much more that the artists are putting out. So definitely, expand your repertoire, I guess, your musical catalog by listening, to more than just what's hot. You agree, DJ Tony Gray?
Yes, I do. That's why I have more than one day to do different styles of house music.
Right.
It's more even when I'm at the art bar, I do a totally different style.
Right. Like I think Tuesday for you is like your soulful.
My soulful set. Yeah.
Your soulful Afro deep house.
Right.
And then Thursday is wilding out your bangers and stuff.
Right.
And then when we do the art bar, you do a totally different style. It's new disco. So yeah, it's so many facets of house music. Yeah. So please expand your musical catalog, everybody, when it comes to house music. If you, like me, a baby house head, and you're not quite sure what to listen to and what to do, just go to our pages and just look up, the artists that we have on our pages or whatever. And just start, checking people out. Google them. Most people that, that we post, they are Googleable. But yeah, Google, follow, get to know house. And right. You'll fall in love with it just like we did.
Yeah, we also need more younger folks to get involved in the house music. I know we have a few up in Jersey, but
right.
I mean, most of us are in our 50s and 60s.
Right.
So we need somebody to come behind us,
right,
and take the torch.
Carry
the torch, that is.
Yeah, up into the next generation.
Exactly. Because we's old.
Yeah, we old, but hopefully, people will fall in love with it like we did. And of course, the younger generation, I'm sure they'll put their spin on it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because they have each generation has a different sound.
Yeah.
So, like they said, you got the Beyonce and the Drake and those people that try to put a different sound and different spin on house. So
yeah.
But if we our goal, I guess, both our goal is just to help keep the culture going, keep it moving. Like you said.
That's what the show is for.
Right.
To promote the culture.
Right.
Maybe somebody will hear us and get inspired by the tracks that are playing in the background, or want to, DJ.
Right.
Something.
Right.
Play music.
Absolutely. So yeah, do that, guys. Like, expand your musical catalog. It's a lot of music out there. So fall in love with house like we did. So now I'm going to move on to the House Social Minute. And the House Social Minute is just where I kind of highlight some things that are going on. Let's see. After Work Wednesday Social Music Project in Military Park in Newark, New Jersey. That is every Wednesday to August 30th from 5 to 9. And then we, of course, got Lady Alma, who will be in Charlotte on August 5th at Release Crown Station, 8 o'clock. And then, let's see, 11th Street Production presents Afro Drum Sessions. That's in Coney Island Boardwalk, West 8th Street. That's happening August 5th. That starts at 2 o'clock. Millie Mills, my girl DJ Millie Mills, will be on that. So, and she says dress to sweat. So if you know Millie Mills, y'all better be ready.
Yeah, she gets it in.
Yes. And then, let's see, August 12th, we're back in Charlotte, North Carolina. DJ Beloved is headlining the Dance Circle. I think that's with Steve Howerton and that group. So DJ Beloved will be there, and vocals by Miss Nia Wells.
We got the tickets for that also.
Yeah, we got tickets for that as well. So yeah, so that's what's kind of going on in and around town, whatever state you're in. I think both of those was Jersey and Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, guys, that was the House Social Minute. All right, guys, you know what that sound means. It's time for the Hot Track of the Week. And the Hot Track of the Week is George G. Spot Jackson and Ed Ramsey, Won't Give Up. Turn it up, DJ Tony Gray. guys. It's that time. It's that time. It's time to make the house call. So, who are we going to see today, DJ Tony Gray?
We are going to Maryland to see Ed Ramsey.
Whoop, whoop. All right. So, let me go ahead and get my purse. You know how we do. I'm going to get my stuff. Tony, did you grab your bag this time?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? All right. Let's head out to the car.
All right. You ready?
Let's go. Let's ride.
Wow, let me see who this is.
Knock, knock, knock.
Let me see who this is. Oh, okay.
What's up?
Hey, Tawanda and Tony, how y'all doing?
We're
All
good.
right.
Great, brother. We're great.
Yeah. All is good. Hey, well, come on in and have a seat.
Thank you. I'm gonna sit over here on this love seat because it look real comfortable over here. So I'm gonna go to the love seat.
Y'all want anything to drink? We got cold water. We got iced tea. We got,
Look at you. I like you. You offer beverages.
No, this is a first. This is a first on house calls.
Yeah.
Beverages.
Want to treat the guests right. Treat the guests right. Especially since y'all came all the way to Maryland. Wow.
Yes. Thank you for acknowledging.
Thank you for having us, man.
You know what I'm saying?
No, thank you.
That was a rough road trip with Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I be struggling in the car. He be giving me quizzes on music and stuff.
You know what? Get to
just
get to the interview. Stop. Just stop.
Well, Ed, I'll take a bottle of water. And then once I get my bottle of water, then, you and I can go ahead and get started.
Yeah, I got you right here. Nice and cold right out the fridge.
All right. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Appreciate that.
All right.
All right, so first of all, thank you for doing this with us and welcome to House Calls with TNT. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Ed Ramsey.
I
phenomenal vocalist. So I'm going to let him introduce himself to you guys, to my audience. Take it away, Ed. It's all yours.
No. Well, again, thank y'all for coming through. This is Ed Ramsey. House music, lover, purveyor, promoter, singer, everything, right? I love house music. And I've been doing this for a while now. So it's something that, I try to use to promote things like healing and joy and really love more than anything, because that's to me, that's what house is all about. It's all about love. So,
absolutely. So
that's what I've been all into really for, quite honestly, over 30 years. I've been house music. Yeah. So I just really came back to it not too long ago, but I've always been a lover of the music, a lover of the culture. So yeah.
Wow. So how did you get into house music? Like, what was it for you that you were like, was it a specific song? Because some people say it was a specific song they heard and it was like, whoa, what's this? Or, what was it for you that made you fall in love with house?
Yeah, it's interesting, So I was real young when I got into house music, which is like very different than a lot of my friends who probably didn't get into house until they were older. Mm-hmm. So I was living in New York City at the time. I was living in Queens, and I was about 14 years old, and I'm listening to the radio back in the day when they would have, like, on Kiss FM, they would have the late night hour where they had house with Tony Humphreys, or, and then later on it was DJ Red Alert. But I would listen to house, and I just heard the vibration. It was the music. Because I've always been into music. I grew up around music.
Okay.
My parents, my mom was a singer. All my sisters were singers.
Wow.
And my parents, they introduced me to all kinds of music, but house music was the one that I actually discovered for myself. Okay. And so I just felt that vibration. It was at that time we didn't have all the genres of house. We just called it house, but it was a real deep groove. It was
Okay.
Zanzibar, Zanzibar. You know, and that hit me, and I was like, whoa, what is this? So from then on, I just love house music.
Wow. And you were what, 14?
Yeah. I really just enjoy. I love that because I was a drummer also. Right?
Okay.
I was playing drums. I played drums in church, all of that, right? So I've been playing drums since I was, like 10 years old. And so just that rhythm, that vibration, it just caught me. And then growing up in a family that was really big on culture and knowing our history and our roots, it was really that. To me, it kind of reminded me of that African, that kind of African vibration.
Yeah, okay.
The deep drums and the bass. Yeah. So I was like, woo! So that's how I really got into it,
It just drew you in.
Yeah. And then from then on, from high school into college, I went to college in Oklahoma, so I introduced a lot of my friends from California and to house music. It was like, what is this?
What is this? I know, right? Listen, I grew up in the South, so I get it. Like, I didn't know about house music until I met my husband, so I was the same way. So I was like, What is this? And him being a DJ, he knew exactly how to introduce it to me. But
exactly.
Now it's like, I'm finding songs. I'm like, yo, I need you to remix this. I need you to mix this into a house record. I need you. Right. So yeah, listen. It's people just don't know what they're missing when it comes to this thing called house. I'm telling you, it's a whole new world. And I love the fact that I'm able to introduce people to it. But you said you were out of it for a while, then you recently just came back to it because. From what I can tell, you came back with a vengeance. I think you put out a record every week, right? So back in the 90s, right, is when I actually started, recording, and I got I worked with DJ Pope and DJ OG. DJ OG has OG Poji Records, and DJ Pope has Fun Cut Records now. But back then, Poji was just starting out. Their label was just, but we got records placed with labels back then. Back then, everything was whack. Back in the mid '90s, right? Okay.
This was before streaming and digital downloads and all of that. Mm-hmm. So we got records. We got stuff placed with house labels, either here or abroad. And so I did that for a while, and then. That's I came back from college, and that's when I worked on that after school. I was working and everything, and then I started really focusing on work, and then ultimately I got married, I had a family and everything, and
life,
kids, and
life.
So life took over, and I had to put I really had to put everything to the side, so that I could focus on family and kids and career. And so I did that, but what happened was just before the pandemic, 2019, I started caught up with OG. I caught up with a couple of other friends that are in the game, DJ Tony Soul, who's out of New Orleans.
Okay.
And we started playing around with, just music again. And then the pandemic hit, and that's when I really I got immersed in it again, and then that's when, I started writing really heavily back in 2000, 2021, and 2022. And so that's when you start seeing releases back in 2021.
Right.
I did a lot of my writing in 21 and 22. So a lot of the stuff you're hearing now, I actually did maybe a year and a half ago. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, as crazy as the pandemic was, it actually gave light to a lot of musicians and DJs and stuff because it basically forced you to kind of sit down. So once you sat down and was still, it was kind of like, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like a lot of DJs pulled their stuff out and dusted their stuff off, and they were like, why not? So I'm quite sure, that was kind of like bittersweet. It's like, you're stuck in the house, but at the same time, it gave you the opportunity to fall back in love with music again. And writing again, and allowing God to use you to do what really was your heart desire, is to, come back full circle to something that you loved.
Exactly. I'll tell you, I mean, as a writer, because I write all of my songs. So as a writer, it just really gave me a chance to reflect and to really be more introspective, right? To really dig in and to ask myself, what is it that I really want to say to the world?
Right.
Right? And that's where this, like I said, the messages that I talk about, the things that I talk about in my songs are messages of love and hope and healing and relationship and restoration, and quite honestly, a lot of Christian themes are in the songs that I write.
Right.
And the beauty in house music is you've got freedom to really express and deliver that expression in a way that sometimes are very restrictive in other genres. Because I've done R&B, I've done jazz, I've done gospel music, I've done all of that, and it's
you're right.
You're not formulaic in a way that other genres require you to be. So that's to me that's what I enjoy the most about it.
Wow. And I think that's why a lot of people say house music is about freedom, because it makes you feel free. And like you just said, even from a writer's standpoint, that you're free to write how you want to write. You're free to sing what you want to sing. There's no judgment. There's no, you shouldn't have, put that in your song. That's too Christian or that's too whatever. But the beauty about the house music is, like you said, it's healing, it's hope, it's faith, it's love, it's so many things that people need, and it kind of balances when it comes to music. It balances it out. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you don't feel restricted, like you said, under that R&B window, or you got to have it a certain way because it's titled. You know what I mean? Like under that particular window. Yeah,
exactly. And in those genres, in order for what they believe to be commercially marketable, you have to stay within a standard format and a standard delivery. And it's like and that's why I love the house community, because DJs to me are artists, and they're so in their expression.
Yes,
like Brother Tony. Brother Tony has his expression. He has his way of delivering the music and preparing and bringing it forward, right?
Yes.
And it's different.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's different. It's different than other DJs, and that's the beauty of it. That's why I love to just sit and watch DJs go to work, because they're artists. They're artists.
I'm telling you. Wow. I am so glad you said that, because I say it all the time that they are artists, and if us as the patrons on the other side, if you would just listen to the journey that the DJ is taking you on. Like Tony is really, really like 40 plus years into this thing. Like he is always doing that. He's always taking me and everybody else on a journey, no matter where he plays. He plays certain songs, and if you pay attention, he is telling a story with the songs.
Yeah, I've Mixcloud sessions. Yeah, I've heard a few of the Mixcloud sessions where he may start with something classic and build it all the way up, and I'm like, whoa!
I'll cut the checks for y'all tonight. I'll cut the check.
But that's the beauty in it, that freedom, and that ability to me, it's like a canvas, and you're a painter, and we as artists, we're painting that canvas stroke by stroke, color by color, intensity and different, movements and different approaches to it, and that's the beauty in the art, right? And so I just love it. I love the way the community, I love the way the DJs, the dancers, I love it all.
Oh yeah, if you get a chance to experience, and that's why I love the fact that I'm able to be on this platform to tell people, listen, house music is for everybody. It is not for just one type of person, one color, one skin, no male, female, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But if you have the opportunity to experience a house music festival and allow yourself to just listen and allow the music and that DJ to minister to you, because they can do that in what they're playing.
Exactly.
And it will take you somewhere, and you will feel like dang near you've been to church. Like it's like You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
whoa, like what just happened? Like I just had some type of experience. Was it spiritual?
Right.
Was it an orgasm? I don't know.
Yeah, really. No, you're telling the truth. It is. It's like you're with the congregation, and it's like,
yes.
whoa, you know.
Absolutely.
And that's to me, that's like you said. There's regardless of race, color, creed, sexual orientation, whatever. Yes. You truly see a truly dynamic and inclusive, environment, when you're amongst the house family.
Yes.
And I never forget, I took my wife I took her to a house event last year. It was her first one.
Okay.
She was a virgin. She had never experienced it.
Yes.
and she was like, whoa, she saw someone dancing they were dancing, but they were in a wheelchair, dancing, spinning around, just in the zone. I told her, I said, you see that all the time. I've seen people on crutches.
Yep.
I've seen people just moving and just enjoying and getting lost, getting lost in the express. Yeah, exactly. And she was like, wow, I didn't know it was like that. I was like, yeah, this is what I experienced.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why a lot of house music, house heads, they love the vocals. They, it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's weird. If you've never experienced, it's kind of weird to explain it, but it's just something about the vocals with that house beat behind it.
Yeah.
It's like you're really in tune to both at the same time. I don't know how that works, but I'm telling you, it's just an experience, and I love it, and I love what you do, and I love what you bring to the house music community. Like I said, it's like, did Ed just put out another record? Like, I just need to know. Does he sleep? Does he eat? Come on. But like you said, you did a lot of your writing during COVID, so you had an opportunity to sit down and get a lot of this music out, and recorded. So now you're able to introduce it to everybody.
Right. And the beauty of it is I had the opportunity as I started to kind of, regain my footing.
Right.
I had the opportunity to work with producers from around the world. So I've worked with producers from the UK, from France, from Germany, from South Africa, from Central America, so Brazil. Of course, I've worked with producers here locally, Maryland, Jersey, New York, Chicago, California, but I've worked with a lot of producers overseas, which has opened up doors that, again, God has opened up some doors that I wouldn't have opened up if there was no pandemic. I would have continued on in the same vein. So like you said, there's bittersweet, a bittersweet, kind of characteristic associated with the pandemic, but it did allow me to focus. It did allow me to reach out in a way that I hadn't, and nor was I expecting to prior to that, and it's created connections, global connections, in a way that I probably would not have, been able to, nor focused on, without this music. So this music has blessed me in ways, that I could not imagine.
Well, I know you have a lot of music out now. Just tell us about a couple of tracks or stuff that you have out now that we can kind of like listen to, or what platforms or whatever you're on, so we can kind of find your music.
Yeah. So, like you said, I've got a bunch of tracks out now. So I'll talk about a few of them. So one of them is a track that I did with a producer out of Chicago called George G. Spot Jackson. He's also a DJ too, and it's called "Won't Give Up on This," and it charted really well. It's actually still on the top 20 Soulful House charts. So that's one that, and that's available really on all digital platforms. Okay. So whether it's Apple, Amazon, if you just want to stream it on just the streaming platforms, you can go there. Okay. Where Juno, all of them.
I hear you.
Where the music is there. So we got that one. One I just released with DJ Pope on the Funk Hut label, and that one is called Just a Bit More Love. Okay. Again, really inspirational theme. And so that one is just it's available for pre-order on TrackSource. Okay. So that's on TrackSource now, but ultimately it'll be out on all the platforms. I got a collaboration that I did with a really good producer in South Africa, and the name of the track is called Days Like This. Okay. And yeah. Okay. And and so that's out now. Yeah, so that's just a few. Oh, wow. And all these tracks, they're doing really well. They charted, on TrackSource, Soulful House, and a few other genres. And then, I've got some really nice stuff coming up. I've got I did a remake of Mainline, old disco joint, with Tasha LaRae, and it's on the Quantize label, and that'll be coming out in about a month or so here. And then I got one that I just did with Brother Teo Wink and Tom Glide, and it's called Sorry, and that'll be coming out in August. Okay. And so so that's just a few, but like you said, I've got several on deck. But again, it's I love the process. I enjoy the music. I've done some performances here locally. I've got an opportunity to perform at the end of the year. More to come on that in the UK. So I've been in the UK on that. In October, November time period. They're still trying to finalize everything there. But so it's been a blessing.
Oh wow, that's great. That's absolutely great. So I know you're doing that in the UK, but do you have any performances coming up here in the States within the next month or two? Yeah. So in August, right here in Baltimore, there's I don't want to mess up the name, but in August.
You sound like me.
It's just so many of them, But
I know. Be like
different events.
Look, babe. Be like Beloved. It started with a C.
Yeah. I was about to say that. You beat me to it.
That's what I know, right? Beloved was like, I don't want to mess with the name. It started with a C. Like, okay, I got you, brother.
I can't even hit the first initial on this one, but it's an event here in the Baltimore area that I'll be doing here in August, and then there's another event in September. They're just finalizing it, but I'll be doing it with DJ Herbie Love, and it's called the Decompression Session.
Oh, okay, awesome. Heard of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be awesome.
So a couple of those, and then, like I said, around the October-November time, heading out across the pond to the UK. So,
what is your page on Facebook or Instagram so people can follow you and find you and get this information again?
Yeah. So on Facebook, it's just my name, Ed Ramsey.
Okay.
And then I've got a music community page on Facebook called Deep. It's called Deep Inside My Soul, and that's quite honestly where I do a lot of posting about the music more specifically. Okay. And then on Instagram, it's Ramsey.ismusic. So, and so that's where I share a lot about my journey in this music and share a lot of the the upcoming releases.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for allowing us to take over your living room today.
Oh no, yeah, no, it's so good. Y'all want some more to drink? I got some more water. I got some more iced tea.
You know what?
Here in Maryland, we like what's called half and half. So we got
really?
some half tea. Y'all call them Arnold Palmers in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
But
well, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna sit here for a minute then.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we put on we went on one of DJ Tony Gray's Mixcloud sessions, and we just sip on the field of the Arnold Palmers, you know.
See, we on the same page.
Nice try.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Ed Ramsey. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you.
hanging out with us here at House Calls of TNT. And you already know, since Tony won't let me have no Arnold Palmer, he probably was snuck out the back door somewhere. What I tell you? I knew it.
There it is.
Every time. He would not let me hang out with you guys for nothing. All right, well, it's time to go. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you.
No, thank you.
Love
Thank you.
you.
Thank you guys so much.
Success. We will continue to help promote, share.
No, I appreciate it.
You know, put the word out.
Safe
as well.
travels for y'all.
Thank you. Tony doing all the driving. You know, I'm about to prop my feet up and go to sleep.
That sounds familiar.
You know that's how we do.
And then my wife will hit me for going a little too fast. Like, slow down. But yeah, y'all, safe travels to y'all. And again, thank you so much. And much love to you guys. Much love to all the listeners. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Ed. Have a good night.
Oh, all right, y'all have a good night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
right, guys, it's time for the positive quote of the day. And it is, tap into who you truly are and your potential for greatness. Speak it into existence every day, and soon it will become your reality. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in with House Calls with TNT, where music, culture, and talk radio meets.